Hey everybody, welcome in. This is a video. I'm going to do a bit of a review on some microphones I have. Been doing live streaming and YouTube channel for just for a year now, and I've acquired a few microphones here. So I thought I'd just do something just to kind of show a little difference. These are fairly budget here microphones. Now, obviously, right now I'm using Sontronics Podcast Pro, hooked up to a vocaster one interface, so this is pretty more expensive one. So this is what it sounds like with a half decent microphone that's kind of designed more for podcasting and doing stuff online and speaking. This is a super cardioid dynamic microphone, and end address obviously, and let's have it off. So have this about a fist away, something like that. So what I'm gonna first do is I'm gonna have a listen to this one here. This is probably my my premium mic. We're gonna look at this guy here. This is a called a Venom. I think it's a Venom USB gaming microphone, and it's RGBT, so it's got like a lights going here. It comes like this with a quite a long USB cable, USB-C to USB. We'll start with this. Now you can buy these guys here online, and I'll show you here what it sounds like in just a second. You can get these on Amazon, and I think they're made in the UK, or the UK company that sells these under the name Venom. So I'll hook this up, and we'll see a comparison to this guy here. Okay, so now I'm speaking in the Venom. Now I have it just sitting. This is the way it comes in the box. So it comes with this guy here. Right here, this moving around. Plastic stand. It's not the greatest. It's quite a small stand. And this is a side address. So you talk on the side of it. You talk like here. Might hear that a bit better. It has a couple things on it. It has something for echo. So I'll turn the echo on. It's a bit annoying, but this is the echo, echo. Turn that off again. That was only turned up a little bit. It has a volume button. We can turn the volume up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can hear as I turn it up without moving the microphone. I'm holding the microphone so you can hear that. So I'm going to put it down on the desk. The only thing with this I find is that if you hear it touch the desk, obviously moves through really easy. I'm just sitting on my kitchen table. I don't have a proper desk, so this is an untreated room, just my living room. So I've got the couches, curtains, stuff around. It also has turn this down a little bit. I have to hold it up. So now one thing you can do is if you got something like with the this guy here, if you got like, I could probably put this because the way it sits um on here. If you can get something like this and put it on a boom arm, that works. Or what I did, sorry, the different microphone. I actually used this, had it on a boom arm, and I stuck it over top, and this kind of held onto it. It's one that came with a different microphone, so that kind of works as well. So now this is a front address. If it goes to the side, so you can see the side drops off quite a bit. The back drops off. The back is kind of, you can hear it on the back. And on the other side, I know I'm not gonna do it too much, but here you are. So um I'll try to hold on the bottom here, so hopefully I don't get too much of my noise. So you also have a mute button on top. When it turns red, it's muted. You also have a little button on the front here, little glowy one. Push that, changes the colors. Unfortunately, you can hear that. So you probably best do it before you go on to the online. I think it has one that cycles through. Also, the cycles through. So yeah, that's what that sounds. So this is this. I've got some post processing. I attached this through my thing. So I'll show you what it sounds like without the post processing. Just the I'm just gonna mute the microphone for a second, and then we'll hear what it sounds like with the post processing turned off. So this is with the post processing turned off. The microphone is about a fifth away from my mouth, just off to the side. So hopefully not getting too much plosives. So this is what it sounds like with just the microphone as it is. If I put it down on a desk, I gotta lean over to it a little bit. So um, now if I'm just standing about the same sort of thing, this is what it sounds like. Microphone sitting on the desk. So I'll just go quiet. My house is quite quiet right now. So the only thing is, it does pick up. It's quite sensitive. So if I had like background noise and stuff like that, you pick up. So I'll turn post processing back on. This is what it sounds like with the post processing on. I'm just leaving it sitting on my desk for now. So I'm running a, just kind of give you an idea. I've ran through OBS, a noise gate. So running a 50 dB close, open thresholds at 38 dB. Um, a compressor on. So it's running at 6 to 1 to compressor. Thresholds at minus 17.9. Attacks at 10 milliseconds. Releases 60 milliseconds. I got the output gain turned up to about 7 dB. Also running a re-EQ, so I'm running an EQ through VST2, and it's got kind of 7 different bands on this to try to kind of get sound half decent. So I'm running a high pass at uh, 80 80 hertz, 0 decibels, and bandwidth at 0.71. Then I got a low shelf at 200 decibels, a 200 hertz frequency, 2.5 decibels for gain, and bandwidth is at 0.71. I have another band, a third band at 750 hertz at now minus 3 decibels, and the bandwidth is at 2. I'm running another band at 280 hertz at minus 4 decibels, and bandwidth at 1.4. I got a high shelf at 8,000 hertz, zero gain, and bandwidth at 0.71. I'm running a band at 5,000 hertz at minus 3 decibels, and bandwidth is at 2. And last, I have the band at the end here at 100 hertz, 6 decibels, and 1 bandwidth, 1 octave bandwidth. That's my multi-stage EQ. Also got an expander on, so I put expander to kind of help even it out a bit. So I got a ratio 2 to 1. Thresholds at minus 40 dB, attacks at 10 milliseconds, releases at 50 milliseconds, output gain 0. Then I have a gain after all that at 1 dB, and I've also put a limiter on it. That's quite sensitive, so I don't get any kind of clipping and stuff, and that is at minus 3 dB. Now, normally they say I have this on my mic arm, but I'm just kind of keeping it the way it is, so you kind of see how it is standard. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it so I don't have to lean over so much. So you can buy these; they're really fairly inexpensive. So here you are. You can see these. They're on Amazon. You can buy them all over. There's websites and stuff like that. You can buy them at. Here's Amazon. They're about 20 pounds. It's a plug and play. Plug it straight into USB. It says it'll work on your PS5, PS4, and PC. And that's it. They're fairly. It's okay to start off with. I do find it's quite a small capsule in it, so it's quite tinny. But I think this one here, this show the rating on here. Oh, it's a 3.5 stars, 7. So some people like it, don't like it. That's what they have. 3.4 out of 5. I've seen some people like these, some people don't. I'll probably end up using this for when I'm out in the field when doing smash photography and stuff. 'Cause I'm pretty sure you can turn the RGB off. So I can have it just there, a little blue light, so it doesn't bother me, and then it'll just sit on a desk or table, and it's relatively simple as well. It has quite a long cable, so if I want to walk over the telescope or something, I can carry this around. It might make a bit of noise. We'll see. I haven't tried it out yet. Doing that, I did have it when I was doing some stuff on my channel here. I was using it for a little while. But I ended up buying the Sontronics. So and this is just gonna back up mic. So that's what this one sounds like. And yeah, it's a relatively simple, basic, good little starter mic. I think if somebody just wants to start, if kids want to do a little bit of a gaming or something like that, or you want to do stuff like that. I think that's what it's for. It's more for like doing gaming or things like that. So it's all plastic design. The case plastic. This is plastic. It's all plastic. It feels okay, but it's like I say, it's a good little starter. Cardioid. I think this is it's a cardioid microphone. I think this one here, isn't it? Hold on here. So this is Venom cardioid stream microphone LED. So it's side address. I guess so. I see. It's a This is cardioid way as well. It's a condenser cardioid microphone. So condensers tend to be more a lot more sensitive than like a dynamic microphone, like the Sontronics. Um, with a cardioid polar pattern for a sharper premium. Now, cardioid is the front here. I think most that's why you don't get it from the back so much because it's only that's why it's not, it's only from the one side here. That's gonna be a cardioid. But I think most condensers are cardioid in that way. So plug and play, adjustable sensitivity. Is a noise gate ensures premium quality, crystal clear audio. I don't know what the never actually got it to work for noise gates. So apparently there's something you push a button. I think it's the mic. It's got mic mute. Working. Is this working? Yeah. Okay. I'm still getting. Sorry. Push the button here. I've never actually. That's only one thing I've never actually had it work. Okay. Apparently that's supposed to be a cardioid. I think when it works like that, you push this button here. So it's one that says mic on it. All right. So yeah, there is a mute button there. So there's a mute button on top. There's also one here. We push one of these top microphone one here. It will mute. So mute and unmute, but you can probably hear it, right? It's clicking. It makes quite a bit of noise. I always found this one here is better. You don't hear it as much. But this one here to mute it, you hear it. It's quite clicky. So, all right, we'll stop with that one here. Now I'm going to review another one here. And what I'm going to do is a BM800. This is actually the first microphone I bought, and I bought this with the interface. I'll show you the interface I bought it with. It came with a this is a V10 Pro. Yeah, V10X Pro sound card. Now this is another dynamic. This is a condenser microphone. And so this one here is metal or plastic. I thought it was a metal body. I think it's metal body, and it's got a foam on it. The foam does come off, as it sounds like, and you can see the capsule inside. But this one here, same thing. The side that the rating on is the side you speak into. If you speak in the back, it won't sound nearly as good. So these are only side address only one way, kind of like this guy here, where it has the Venom on it. And this came with a couple different pop filters. Came with this foam one, and also came with a little disky one, which is right here somewhere. And boom arm that attaches to the desk. Came with a ring light and yeah, and obviously then the microphone and a cable as well. And the cable in this one here is the XLR to a 3.3.5 millimeter, like a headphone jack. You can plug this into your computer, but they don't sound very good. We'll switch over to that one now. So I will see what it sounds like. Okay, so now I'm running the BM800 through the V10X sound card. So this is the setup it came with. Now I got on different boom arm. The other one attaches. It's over behind here. attached to a different part of a bench. So on this, same idea. Boom arm is boom arm, right? This one here holds it. This is more of a mic review than a boom arm review. So this is what it sounds like now. I got done. I obviously got post processing going on, and the V10 sound card has a few things it can do. It has some different sounds it can do. So it's got like a laughter. It's got an applause. And it's got a few other ones. So noise, like a song one. Sorry about that. So it's got a few. Now you can't change these; they're pre-programmed into the sound card. That's it. That's what you get. You use them if you like. It's got different ones to change your voice and stuff. I'm not going to go through all that. It's got like different things you can play with. A bit more of this. It's also got a volume on it, so I can turn on the sound card itself. There's nothing on the microphone. The microphone is just a condenser microphone. So I'll turn it down. Turn the volume up. So I'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I can go up. So that's max volume on this. It does get a bit of noise out of it. So don't really try not to use max volume on the sound card because you'll get noise coming through. Hear that. I do have some post processing through OBS. It also has a kind of a very basic EQ. It's got high and low. So go all the way down the lows. So go all the way down, and it sounds more sibilant. Go up, it's a bit more muddier. You can adjust that a little bit. Same thing with sibilants. I got that down here. Adjust it to your voice a bit. That's all the way down, and we'll go all the way up. That's with the high. I usually keep it about 3/4 down, and the other one just off. It's got a few ones for music and something you can run like your phone. You can plug it into the sound card. You can run it says you can run 2 microphones off the 3 and 3.5 millimeter jack, as well as you can run your phone through this. And the sound card actually has a built-in batteries. You can charge it and use it out in the field if you want to. I don't know how long. I've never used it out in the field, so I don't know how long it lasts. And I think it's got a few other things, line in and stuff like that. There's something you can mess with if you want, but this is what it sounds like. Now, if I go and turn post processing off, then you'll see what this is like with off. So hold on here. I'm going to turn the volume down. So that's what it sounds like with the post processing turned off. I'm going to put the volume back up on the sound card. So you see it's a bit quieter and there's a lot more noise. And it'll probably pick up background noise and stuff, even though everybody's gone to bed. It's quite quiet here. So you're getting a lot more noise and stuff there. And I think that's actually from the sound card itself. So this is with all the filters and everything turned off in OBS. I'll turn it back on now. It should make a difference. So yeah, so I'll kind of tell you what I have on this one here. So obviously running a noise suppression because it's a condenser microphone, and it's I'm running a minus 40 dB. I'm running VST EQ. Do this. I'm running the RIA EQ standalone, and I got about 8 different bands in this one here. So the first one here, I'm running a band at 100 hertz at +3 gain and bandwidth is at 1.5. I'm running another band at 750 hertz, -3 gain and +2 bandwidth. I'm running frequency, another band at 280 hertz, -2 gain and bandwidth is on 1. I'm running another band that's 5000 hertz, -1 for gain and 1.5 for bandwidth. Running a high shelf, 8000 hertz, -2 gain and bandwidth is at 0.71. Then running another frequency, high pass at 120 hertz, 0 gain and 1 for bandwidth. Then I'm running a high pass at 80 hertz, 80.2, 80 hertz, 0 for gain and 1 1 for bandwidth. And last one I have is another band at 3000 hertz at 1 gain and 1.5 for bandwidth. That's for my EQ. Also have a noise gate on. So close threshold 50 dB, open threshold 40 dB, 10 milliseconds attack, hold for 118 milliseconds, release 147. Compressor, I have a 6-to-1. Threshold is 30.1, minus 30.1. Attack is 5 milliseconds. Release is 150 milliseconds, and output gain is 11.9. And I have a gain of 4.9, and then I also have a limiter, so I'm not clipping at -3. That's what it sounds like. So, I'm going to show you here. Now, I got this kit off of eBay. I think I paid for it or something like that. I can't exactly remember. This one here, it's not. I think this is based on a much more expensive microphone, which is the BM800. I think it's the something else 800. I can't remember exactly what it is at this moment in time. But if I go to here, this is kind of similar to what I had bought it for. This the kit I had bought, so very similar. If this doesn't have the ring light that came with it. But look around, they're all different. You obviously can get ones something similar through AliExpress, Temu. I wouldn't go for those. If you look up on eBay on YouTube, you can see where people bought them. They have a little tiny chip inside, garbage, and they won't work on the other things if you want to use it on a proper interface. Because what these actually need is they need 48 volts phantom power because it's a condenser microphone. It's an XLR condenser microphone, and it needs power to it. The V8 sound card does not provide the 48 volts phantom power. It only provides a very small amount of power, enough to run it, but it's you get better results. This is what they have. So, like I said, there's the sound card. See it, and then this is showing here. You are. So it's got a small capsule in it. Metal mesh, yes. It's very similar. And I'll show you when I hook up the other the condenser microphone. The dynamic microphone. I hook up my Sontronics Podcast Pro. I'll hook up this guy here. We'll see. I'll show you. I'll take this apart and I'll show you the inside. So yeah, that's what this guy here is like. So tell me what you think. Like, if you think it sounds good. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to unplug it from the V8 sound card, and I'm going to hook this up to the vocaster 1, and I'm going to put it in, turn on phantom power, 40 volts phantom power, and tell me how it sounds. So we'll also turn off all the filters again, and we'll see if it sounds any better compared to the V10 sound card. So I'll do that now. Let's give it a moment. Alright, so now this is the BM800 hooked up to the vocaster 1 audio card with 48 volts phantom power. As you can hear, it sounds a lot different, right? Get a bit more sibilance to it, but a bit more clearer. Now you could probably actually EQ depending on your voice, and get this to sound probably even better than this. I think it needs a bit of work, but I'm not an audio engineer. I'm just a guy just doing things. I have a debunking channel, and I'm just trying to find a microphone that sounds good. So this is what this guy sounds like here. So this is just the BM800 hooked up to a vocaster 1. I got the vocaster has its own kind of stuff. So if I turn on, like I have it set for radio. So if I turn on, and we'll see how that sounds. So I don't know if that sounds any better. If I turn it off, turn on. So I'm going to turn it off for now. I'll show you with this guy here with the filters turned off. See how it sounds. So this is the filters turned off. This is just the BM800 with the with the vocaster 1. I got no post processing or anything on. You're probably getting a bit noise and stuff like that. You might even get echoes because untreated room. So, but this is how it sounds like. The same ones I had before. So I'll turn it back on. And that's what it sounds like with it back on now. All right. So there you go. So yeah. Tell me what you think. Do you think this sounds better? Do you think this sounds worse? I think with the V10 V10X sound card, uh, Pro sound card, and this, and then running a bit of post processing, I think it's passable. It'll probably be all right and do well. I think it sounds it's okay. Um, Especially at least to start out with, I think it's a good little kit. Works well, and I've had some good stuff. So you kind of work with it with your voice and setup in your room, because these do get a lot of room echo and stuff like that. If you're against the wall, like I used to be, then this check out some other videos, especially early ones. I was using this for a while. You can see my audio got better and better. Yeah, but yeah. So that's what this sounds like. Now we'll go back to the Vocaster to the Podcast Pro, and we'll put that back on. All right, now I'm back on the Sontronics Podcast Pro. So that should be a lot better, cleaner sound. Like I said, so I got the I said I'm gonna pull this apart here. So this is the BM800. Now some people I've seen they speak into the end of these. These are only a side address microphone. So if you take the bottom off here, doesn't take much. Right, this unscrews, slide it off. So what I got is like that inside, right? So now what I was saying is that this is still a knockoff microphone, right? So that's what it looks like inside there. And then you can actually, there's two screws and you can get to the capsule. And I've seen people actually take these capsules out and actually replace this board or replace the capsule. And there's a few other things you can do with these. You can actually make these a lot better and improve them, right? So some people, and you can buy the parts and stuff off eBay, and some guys have done that. So that's something you could do, and you actually get a microphone that sounds a lot better. For but you want to invest some money. If you want to do that, you can. And have like a BM800 that sounds a lot better, bigger capsule, stuff like that. I'll show you. You've seen that one there. I'll show you what I was talking about. There's a guy on I think he's from Asia somewhere, and he bought one, and this what he got. He went to go upgrade it, change his, and this is what he had to got for his. See, what I was talking about is the so this was talking about the chip, how it's tiny in here, right? You hook this up to the phantom power like I did to this guy here, probably end up frying this chip. I've heard of a few guys doing that. They've hooked their BM800 up to a phantom power through 48 volts, and it pretty much just cooked the chip inside. It was just the mic stopped working. I'm pretty sure this guy did something like that, hooked it up, and the microphone just didn't work. So I don't know if it just shorted out or it just had some sort of trigger, but it would not work. So yeah, and so you'll find that there's a lot of people that are in like Asia, like Malaysia or different parts, or Philippines or like that. If you listen to them, you can hear like they have a bit of accent, or a lot of times you look up BM800s. It's people who definitely do not speak English. And so it's very common over in China and stuff. I think because they're on Temu, they're on all sorts of stuff like that. You can buy these microphones really cheap over there. So I'm pretty sure mine is the one that guy has there. His is a plastic body. I'm pretty sure mine. Yeah, mine is definitely at least you can look inside there. You can see it's a metal. So at least it's a metal body on this one here, and I think even his had a metal grill, plastic grill. Mine's it's a steel grill, so this is probably a bit better, better quality knockoff. so that's why I can run the I guess I could probably still upgrade this even more, but this is so that's why I was able to run the phantom power through this one, as opposed if I got the cheaper ones, I probably would have cooked it. And I think that guy in that video there, he was just hooking his straight up to his computer. Well, I don't even think he was running it through. I know. I think at first he did, and then but somebody else who watched it that actually wasn't that guy. That guy put it up to his interface. And some people just plug this straight into the computer, into the headphone jack, and apparently it does work. But if you watch some of those videos of guys who've done that, you can hear that their sound quality isn't very good at all. So, but yeah, there's my review of a few different microphones I got. So the Venom, which I got, that's, you know, I got this for Christmas. My wife got this for me. It's a decent little microphone. It's okay. I found it to be a little tinny myself. Even try to work through the processing and stuff. I always found this to be quite high end. Couldn't get any kind of that nice richness to it. This one here, I think with some work, probably a bit better. I don't know if it's got a bigger capsule in it, but I found with this one, the big gripe where I got the other one is that this I actually wanted a different XLR cable, a different cable. Is I found with the cable came with it. Sometimes I'm using this microphone, and if you watch some of my live streams, I was getting some feedback, and it was like a grounding issue. Like I touched the wire, and then it kind of go away. I'd have to kind of fiddle the wire. So I just found that the wire wasn't, even though it sits nice and tight in here, it wasn't always the best. And I sometimes have some buzz, really loud buzz. And then I touch the wire and go away, so having some issues. So I ended up getting that other one, the USB one, but then I found a really good deal on this guy here. To buy these, I think if I bring it up here real quick. So they to buy these new, about 100, 140, 100, thinking eBay. So they're running around 100, 150, 140 pounds. That one there's 88 pounds. I got this one here used. They all come in different colors. There's a black one, a red one, a green one, a blue one, a gray one, a purple one. Obviously, I got the gold one here. So they actually come in all sorts of different colors too. I'm not trying to sell them, but here you are. So, but this is 150 pounds. So I got this one used at a place, and it works fine. They do come with a lifetime warranty, and they are hand built and made in the UK. So I think the Venom is a UK model, UK company, and the BM800, this guy here particularly, is Chinese. So that matters to you or not. But yes, to buy this is a bit more of an expensive microphone, and it's all aluminum and stuff like that, metal and stuff like that. I think I don't know if this mount is, but the whole body of this is all, and it's just interdress, and it's all filters in it, stuff like that. I think I could put the filter on this if I stretched it over, maybe. But, yeah. So with this guy here, you have it off the side of it, but you won't get the background noise as much because it would be a dynamic microphone. So it's a bit more friendly in an untreated room like this, which is why another reason I got it is that I won't get the background noise as much. So, hey, actually, I just forgot to actually do something here before I end this video, and that was I'm going to show you this microphone without the post processing. So I was just going to turn it off. There's not a lot of this microphone needs. So all I really have is I have a noise gate, and it's just kind of a light one here, just because in case you get any noise, like if the kids are running around, stuff like that. I got a compressor, and I have a bit of a de-esser in VST2. So the noise gate on this running a minus 40 dB for the closed threshold, open threshold minus 32, attack times 8 milliseconds, hold times 80 milliseconds, release times 120 milliseconds. My compressor, I'm running a 4 to 1 on the ratio. Threshold is about minus 20 dB, attack time is 10 milliseconds, release time is 150 milliseconds, and output gain I have it at 0.4, just to give it a little bump, because I wasn't happy with That way it maintains the same whenever I hook up my vocaster. A VST, as I said, I'm just running a bit of a de-esser. So I just put a bit of a de-esser on here. So mono high, says high pass. And the frequency I have at 6029. Bandwidth is at 1.5. Threshold in dB minus 25.1. And the ratio is at 1. And just to kind of take a little bit of the DS off. And I might have to adjust that a little bit. Depends on, obviously you might have to as well. Depends on your voice and stuff like that. So now I'm going to turn all this off. So let's give a second here. So this is what the Podcast Pro from Sontronics. Sorry. Sontronics. Too many V's in here because I got the vocaster with as well. So the Podcast Pro by Sontronics hooked up to the vocaster 1 sounds like I have no post processing. I've turned everything off. This is what it sounds like, and here's what it sounds like with the quiet room. Like I said, my room isn't it's just a regular living room. It hasn't been kind of I haven't done any sound deadening, nothing like that. So just a regular room. And this is what it sounds like with post-processing that I'm running right now. What it sounds like with it on. So this is what we have here. So that's about it here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Click the like button down and comment down below. Let me know. What do you think? Does it sound okay? Does it not sound okay? Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again.